News.
Welcome back to the Midday News on Fox Carolina. Being a leader can be difficult, but also rewarding. So if you find yourself struggling to be in charge or the best boss, we're going over tips on how to improve your leadership skills in July's monthly mindset. And joining us again, local author and life coach Karen Freeland. Thanks so much for stopping in.
Absolutely, always a pleasure.
Summer is just literally flying by. I can't believe it's July.
Yeah.
But it is. And so whether leadership comes to you naturally or not, it is important to practice those good leadership skills. And I know you've plenty of tips for us on how we can improve them.
I sure do.
Tip number one?
All right, call yourself a leader, right? It's not about the fancy corner office or title. It's a mindset. So if you want to lead, you have to see yourself as a leader. Whether you're running an entire department or you're just starting out in your career, you have the power to lead right where you are. And if you claim that identity, you're going to start to show up differently.
Yeah.
And that's when other people are going to start to see you as a leader as well.
Oh, I love that idea that we don't have to wait for the title.
No,
that we can
please
just start
don't.
acting right now.
Yes.
Like the person we want to be, the leader we want to be. I love that.
Yeah.
I also love your next tip, which is seek feedback.
Yes.
That's always
leaders,
important.
Exactly. And leaders really grow when they know both their strengths and their blind spots.
Yeah.
And feedback, of course, is going to give you both. I remember when I was in corporate, someone told me I came across as too cutesy, probably because I wore shirts like this.
I love it, though.
I do too. And it stung a little bit, but it really helped me grow. So your challenge, should you choose to accept it, is to go find 5 people who can give you feedback on your strengths and weaknesses. Because leaders aren't perfect, but we are always improving.
I also think sometimes you think something is a strength and you just assume that others find it as a strength, and then you learn like, oh, it's actually one of my weaknesses.
Yeah.
But I would have never known if I hadn't asked for this feedback.
That's right.
Another way to get some feedback, finding a mentor, maybe a career coach.
Yes, now that you've got that amazing feedback, you can bring it to a coach. You don't have to go through this journey alone. They can help give you additional insights, brainstorm ideas with you, and give you that tough love when you need it.
Yep.
I had a client not too long ago, and she knew she needed to improve her financial acumen. So we brainstormed some ideas. She decided to ask her CFO if he would mentor her for a couple of months. And that right guide at the right time can really help you fast track your development. So don't be ashamed to ask for help. The best leaders in the world have coaches. Why would you not get one?
I think it's important too to not just like have the mentor or the career coach, but be open to their feedback. Because some people will be like, oh yeah, I'll go to that, and then be like, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. So also remind yourself, like, I'm going to take this seriously, follow through with what they tell me, the changes I need to make.
Do not negotiate with your coach. They're the coach for the reason, okay?
They're the expert, and you're paying them for a reason. Absolutely. All right, why do you want us to practice self-reflection?
Ooh, lots of reasons. First of all, leaders are pulled into a million different directions, and John Maxwell says you have to know yourself to grow yourself. So how can you know yourself if you never take time and self-reflect? Some things to consider are, what are your own goals personally and professionally? Are you on track to hit them? What's working? What needs to change? And if you take time to carve out space for that self-reflection, it's also going to help you put aside your ego, which is critical when leaders find themselves in these competitive, high-pressure environments.
I also like they talked about like reminding yourself what your own personal goals are, because I feel like sometimes people lose their identity in being a leader. Like all of a sudden they take on the cares and everything about other people, which in order to be the best leader, we still have to also focus on ourselves.
Yeah, it's the oxygen mask thing again, right? Put it on first for you, and then you can better serve others.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I think I'm pretty good at tip number 5, being a journalist, but you think it's really important to be an active listener.
Yes, because I think a lot of times people think of leadership as the talking, the being on stage, and that's certainly a piece of executive presence, but we also need to be great listeners. Create space for your employees to share feedback, concerns, ideas, and then respond to those ideas, even if you can't do something about it right then or implement a change. Because when you do that, you establish connection, authenticity, and those are, you know, the foundation of an effective team.
Absolutely. All right, so I think I'm a good active listener. I think I struggle with embracing ambiguity, which is your last one.
Me too, because I'm a recovering perfectionist. So, but the best leaders know that you're not going to have all the answers all the time. So set the vision, trust your team to get you there, and make decisions in times of uncertainty with the facts and the information that you have at that time. if you try to control every detail or you micromanage your people, you're going to burn yourself out and they are not going to feel trusted and valued.
Yeah, I feel like these tips are also great, not just in being a leader in your corporate setting or just your job. I mean, you can be a leader in your friend group, in your book club, in your sports league.
Volunteering at your church. I mean, this applies to so many different areas of your life.
Yeah, absolutely. Tons of helpful tips today. Of course, thank you so much for stopping in.
Of course.
And be sure to follow Karen's podcast, Rock Your Reinvention, where she gives you even more life advice. You can find that link on our website at foxcarolina.com. And that's also where you can find our past monthly mindset segments as well.